Yo, what's good, boys? Today we're going to be making these Travis Scott Cubeatz Jackboys, just like dark spacey type loops. Loop down, description below like always. And yeah, here's the preview. So I never really make like dark loops, but I kind of just did this unintentionally, and that's really just how they always go. So I was just making a pattern, and pretty much it just started with this really cool sound I found from Omnisphere that was just super dark, and it's like hard to not make a dark melody out of it. So I started out in this Omnisphere bank. It's called Lo-Fi Aurora or something like that. But anyways, I got this art from it. It's a pretty cool sound. It's not really like an art, but it kind of is. But I just played around with it and then made this pattern. And then I don't really know what to do with it, so I just pitched up 5. This is how you can make any melody, you know, dark. I think everyone knows that at this point. And yeah, my computer obviously can't handle this well. So then in my mind, I thought I could use like a really harsh bass note piano. So these chords, you can just ignore them. The velocity's so low you can't even hear them. All I did was went into Noir from Contact, and then I found this preset. It's called Extra Body, and it kind of just makes the piano sound a little bit harder. I just found the bass note. You know, you just play the melody and then shift up the note, shift down the note. Same thing, pitch it up 5. Then I got this bell called Decent, and it's kind of like a airy type bell. And I made this really ambient pattern. It's pretty much just the chords from the melody. Like if I push this up, you can see this is the same notes I used in the melody. But yeah, it's just going down and up. And then just to add variation, instead of it going down here, it just goes up. Super simple. Then this is my favorite part. I found this whistle from Spaghetti Western. I talked about this Contact bank in another one of my videos. It's super fire. I just changed it from legato to sustain, and I made this pattern. I use this thing a lot, and I always do like the similar pattern, which is just like goes up and kind of like whistles down. Like if you know Hooligan by Baby Keem, I don't know if it's this same whistle, but it's the similar kind of pattern where it just comes in, and yeah. Finding the notes of this was super simple because it just starts with the top of the melody and then goes to the bottom, and the 3 notes in the middle is just the main notes that are repeating in the melody. Like I said in a lot of other videos, you just gotta get creative with the rhythm. The notes are pretty much already there if you have that bass pattern, which was this. Then I went into Mallet Flux and got this Celeste sound, and then just took the same chords and strummed them and repeated them. The ending chord is the same. I just pitched it down. Pretty much I just added this like really simple rhythm, strummed it, because this is just a cool thing I thought sounded good, while the breakdown of it where it was like less busy, like I said before. It's a lot simpler. Overall, that was literally all I did. I'll talk about the mixing in a second, but the arrangement, I always do it 1 space apart, and then when I render it out, I cut it and push it together. This is because of the reverb, because you don't need the reverb trails, especially if someone's going to be cutting this up. But pretty much I have the main section where everything's playing, then I bring in the Celeste, and then I have everything stop playing, but it's just the whistle. And then I also have the main pattern without the whistle, just in case the person didn't like it. And then like you should do with a lot of these dark ones, you just pitch it down even more, and it just sounds more fire than if you just manually pitch the pattern down. And then for the mixing, this is where things got a little bit more interesting. So I found this from Try-Freeze. Shout out Try-Freeze, hella gems. I'm sure everyone knows who he is. And I just used this to add a little bit of high end. That's pretty much what it does. Then I went into RC20, which I actually haven't used in a really long time. Kept default, a little bit of distortion, and detune up a little bit, then just added the noise. I changed it to vinyl too. I just thought it needed a little crackle effect. Then I went into parametric EQ, just took out the lows because they were super heavy. Then I went into fruity chorus and had it super low. This is just because I thought it was a little too like in your face, if that makes sense. But the chorus just kind of softens it up in a way. And yeah, you can download the loop description below. Thank you for 800 subs. When you're making these dark loops, you just need a good bass pattern and you just build off that. That's literally all I did. Keep it super simple. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Follow my Instagram at LoganKBHN.